Well, we're having a lot of fun up here on stage tonight, but it's not all games. It's about using your gifts, your talents, your resources, your ideas, and your energy to be brilliant. I'm excited to introduce you to a movement employee who has done just that. Take a look at what Doreen Bourassa has done.
I was having lunch with not even someone I knew. It was just an attorney down in Massachusetts. I was telling her about Movement Mortgage and how much we do for the community, how much of our profits we give back, and she was telling me about an organization she had just joined, and she told me the premise of the organization, and I fell in love with the idea. I came back from that meeting and I told my market leader Jeff, "Hey, have you ever heard of 100 Women Who Care?" He goes, "No." And I said, "Well, I'm going to start a chapter."
She has done such a great job of putting together a chapter of 100 Women Who Care, where they meet on a quarterly basis and everyone brings $100. And at the end of the evening, they hear from 3 different charities and they pick one to receive a grant.
I met Doreen through a mutual friend. We had coffee and she was telling me about this fabulous idea that she had seen somewhere else for 100 Women Who Care. I love the concept, so she and I started going out, and she had other people, but we were like knocking on doors and I was bringing a lot of people in.
That was like in June, and then we had our first meeting in October of 2018.
At that first meeting, we were both kind of like terrified. We're in this big room and we're like, are we gonna have an empty room?
We only had 50 members. By our next meeting in January, we had 100 members. And then the following meeting in April, we hit one of my goals, which was to have at least 120 members. Not only did we want to give the $10,000 collective donation to the winning charity, but we wanted to give the 2 other charities that were being presented that night $1,000 each.
Whenever you tell anybody about the concept and what Doreen did to make this happen, everybody wants to get in on it. When you say that it's only $400 and 4 times a year, everybody's excited.
I love being part of 100 Women Who Care because I feel like in everyday life, women are very busy. And this is a way that we can very quickly have an impact and give back. I, when joining 100 Women Who Care, had nominated Make-A-Wish New Hampshire. Make-A-Wish New Hampshire is an organization that grants wishes for children between the ages of 2.5 and 18 that are facing a life-threatening medical condition. Through this donation, it actually is the equivalent of a wish. So because the donation they received through 100 Women Who Care, we are able to grant one more child a wish in New Hampshire. With local small charities, $10,000 is a huge amount for some of these charities. Some of the charities, their entire annual budget may only be $40,000 or $50,000, and we're now giving them $10,000. Like that's movement.
Doreen really embodies the mission statement of Movement Mortgage. I think that the tagline, to love and value people, is tremendous. I think that inspires faith and hope in others.
When she gets up in front of that room, you can just feel the excitement that she has about bringing to everyone these nonprofits and the impact that she gets to have and how fortunate she is to have the support of Movement Mortgage. She talks about it all the time. With having the power of Movement Mortgage behind her, she really feels like she can take on the world.
One of the reasons that we can give 100% of our collections to the charity is because Movement is sponsoring us. We're fortunate to work for a company that values this. And because believe me, I've worked for companies that don't value that at all, and it's a breath of fresh air to come in and to work for a company that is not all about the bottom line. Yes, we want to make money. We all want to make money, but you might as well make money working with people you like and people you respect. And that's what this chapter has brought to me. It's been very rewarding that way.
Tonight we were able to give an additional $10,000 grant to the 2 charities that were not chosen. All 3 of the charities were incredibly worthy, great organizations serving New Hampshire in tangible ways. And thanks to Doreen and the KM Foundation and the Movement employees, we're able to make a difference to all 3 of them.